Reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network. Reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
You're listening to LotRO Reporter on the MMO Reporter Network. Brought to you by Doghouse Systems. Choose your weapons with Doghouse Systems. Audible. Find your next great read at audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter. And GoDaddy. Put your website to work while you play. Welcome to LotRO Reporter episode 273. I almost said 237, but that would not have been right. That would have taken a lot of episodes away from us. I am your host, Cari, and I'm joined this week, as always, by the Minion Master himself, who is in Dol Amroth this evening in-game, Layanor. Hi, Layanor!
Hello, Minions. I'm glad you could pronounce that, because I probably would have screwed it up.
I think I heard the devs pronounce it, so that is how... And then David in the chat room reminded me what the name of the city was, and I'm like, awesome, because I was going to call it the City of Swans.
Good timing.
Yes, David, that was awesome. Thank you. How you been?
I have been doing pretty well. How about you?
I have been doing not too bad. I actually got to play some LotRO last night. I was kind of excited.
Ooh, I actually have not played that much LotRO, but I've been following it because a lot of news have been coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some news to talk about. The world is coming to an end.
Don't be scaring people now.
All right, I won't. Well, first of all, so you did play nothing in game at all whatsoever?
I didn't play anything in game. I did turn it on to log in and pay the rent on my house. Does that count?
Just one house and not 47 houses like Mystery from LotRO Academy used to do?
No.
Okay, yeah, barely. That barely counts.
Okay, it counts. That's my week.
Now
what have you been doing?
Wait, I have a question for you. So when you pay your house, how far out do you pay it now? That you can pay? 'Cause you can pay for a long time.
Well, I have a kin house.
Okay.
Actually, no. I have a kin house and a standard house. Mm-hmm. My standard house let me... Geez, I don't remember now. It let me pay for quite a while.
Okay.
And that one wasn't locked out, but my kin house was.
Oh, okay. So you had to pay.
And that was really expensive. That was that made me broke. I only had 10 gold on me, and I had to pay 3 gold to unlock it, and then it went all the way up to around like 8 gold or something like that, just to max out the amount of time that I could pay for it.
Okay.
So I didn't get to do all of that, but mostly.
Yeah, I believe Celeste from Guild Wars Reporter got the letter that said we're about to take your house away from you.
Oh, really?
In LotRO. This was right after that this all started happening. And she went in to try to, and she couldn't afford to unlock it. Mm-hmm. The lock amount was so big on the thing that she didn't have enough money to unlock it. Because, I mean, it's been a long time since she played LotRO, and she thought, well, I'll log in, I'll patch and log in and see. And I remember seeing on Twitter, and nobody was on the same server as her, so I couldn't send her money because I wasn't on a server she was on. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I guess it can get pretty expensive, especially if you get the letter that says we're about to take your house away from you. Which reminds me, I probably better log into all of those servers and pay my rent.
That's right.
All right. What did you do next week? What did you do in game? I paid houses on 5 servers.
And I'm broke.
Yeah, and I'm broke on some of those servers. I lucked out on Laurelin because I won when Bill Gates passed away. They had a lottery, and they had some different things in there that's my character would never ever be able to use, so I was able to sell them for quite a bit of gold. They were like some runes or the boxes, the relic boxes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it had something to do with apples or something. Anyway, yeah, so that's how I have enough money to pay for the rent of my house in Laurelin. It's just a little house, too. It's a cute house. I've got a hobbit over there, so she's got the house that's under the tree. It's really awesome. But I did log in last night, and I got my Bjorning to level 27. I was very, very frustrated because I was trying to kill these mobs that were like 2 levels below me. Now, mind you, they were the elite. Is it the elite mobs? You know, the ones where you've got the camp that's outside of it's the next quest camp past the inn, the Forsaken Inn. You know, with the Hobbit that sends you to get the links, and then so they send you one way to get links, and then the other way to get spiders.
Yeah.
So, and
all... then, like, boars and stuff in the area, too.
Yeah, and they're all, like, the spiders and stuff are all, like, elites, I think. So they're not easy to kill, and I'm like, this is taking forever. I thought this was supposed to be... So, I switched to red line. Wow, that goes fast. Yeah, I was on blue line. And because somebody said blue line was the line to go in. Well, I guess it is a line to go in if you're trying to get your don't die till level 20 thing. But I thought, well, maybe I have bad knives or something, because the hitting with in human form was I wasn't doing any damage. I'd switched to bear form and I could hit him a little harder. But that red line, man, you put that DOT on him and then you smack them, they just go down like rocks. It's awesome.
Doesn't take that much longer, huh?
Yeah, I highly, highly recommend going red line if you're like trying to get through stuff fast. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So that, and then I played some more Secret World, which is kind of fun. But
what did you do in that? Just pretty much questing?
Yeah, I'm pretty much questing. I am at the point in the main storyline where they're sending me back to the start, like I'm at Kingsmouth. So I thought, well, I'm trying to finish up they have outfits. For those of you that don't know, there are outfits. And you have to unlock things on this wheel to get outfits. So, I'm working very hard to get one of the outfits unlocked. So I thought, well, I'll go back.
If you like outfits, that's the game to have outfits.
Yeah. I ended up with a top hat. So I have a gold bow tie and a gold top hat now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm going to have to work on my, what's her face from, Rocky Horror Picture Show outfit.
Columbia.
Yes, I believe so. Yes. I can almost do that because I have the top hat and the bow tie. I don't think I have the tails, though. I'll have to work on that. Anyway, back onto the Secret World. So I was back, and then I thought I would do some of the quests in Kingsmouth, just like, because they lock out and you can repeat them. And that's kind of how you earn your stuff. So I was doing some of that, and then I was like, got busy. And then I won Whiteberry. I entered a contest on Twitter from Barry, and I won a survival game. Let me look. It's the one about the where is it? Stranded Deep. It's like you crash.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, you crash. Yeah. So I played that a little bit. And I can report that Steam streaming works very, very well. I was on my little baby laptop that won't even run like anything. I think let me put it this way: it runs Morrowind. It will not run Oblivion. Yeah, it's designed for web surfing. But I was able to run this Stranded Deep off of my computer in my Doghouse Systems computer onto my little baby laptop, and it ran just fine. And I don't know how graphic intensive it is. I almost was able to log into the Secret World. I was going to test that one because I figure if it will run on that one, that's going to be the test because that one's really heavy graphics.
Right.
I wouldn't never raid with anybody like streaming, but it's kind of cool that you can do that. If you have your powerful machines in another room, you can sit in the living room on your little old laptop or whatever and run it off of your your powerful machine's running the system. It's just streaming the video to your baby laptop.
Nice.
That was pretty cool.
I'm gonna end up trying to do something like that with my tablet.
Somebody who has done that. Not Dracula. Harperella has streamed LotRO to a tablet. The controls were a little wonky, but I think he was mostly multi-boxing at the time. So,
oh, jeez.
So he was, I think he had that multi-box, or the kid was running it or something. But it wasn't. It was different because of the controls. But he was able to do that using like Slingbox or whatever it was to do it. I'm not quite sure exactly. It was an experiment more than anything. I don't think one would.
Right.
Maybe one will go to a concert. Doing that, but one wouldn't actually try to play the game. So, Layanor, where are we at this evening in game?
We are in a instance called Fire and Ice. It's
Okay.
part of the Epic Books.
Okay. From Mirkwood?
No, this is from Volume 1.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
There's a big dead dragon at the end of it.
Oh, I remember that.
There you go.
Yeah. Now I remember that. Yes. Okay, well that is what we have been doing in game, and I do want to talk really quickly before we move on to news about our patrons, because we have 25 awesome patrons now. They're the best people ever. Thank you so much for supporting us. We love our patrons. They help us do stuff like cover the costs of the website and bandwidth, and we use a lot of bandwidth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Are humongous. Yeah, we use a whole lot of bandwidth, so that helps cover that. Hopefully, at some point, we'll be able to get some equipment for some of the podcasters. I'm doing okay. I'd love to have a soundboard, but I'm doing okay otherwise. But yeah, so that, and of course, it does cool stuff like sends people to PAX and helps us pay for things like that, and that's coming up at the end of the summer. Looking forward to that. I don't know what color my hair is going to be. We'll have to vote on that or something.
Yellow.
I would not look good as a blonde.
Yellow.
Well, actually, I go caramel. Is that close enough?
Yellow.
Not yellow.
Well, if we're going to vote, we have a say.
All right. We will talk about it. There will be... I will ask my hair color lady what choices you may have. How's that sound?
For yellow.
For yellow. Okay. I will... okay. We'll talk about it.
Stop thinking.
All right.
Just do it.
So moving on. It's time
Moving on
for
to the news.
All right, we have news. The Boror patch notes came out, and lots of things are in the patch notes. Big red letters said the notes are not final and should be viewed as a work in progress. And it was due to the method of gathering pat information, there may be duplicates. Also, the new legendary item imbuement system is not 100% complete, yet the world is coming to an end. So they are asking for feedback, and people have given them feedbacks. So this is the thing where you get to keep your level 100s.
Yes.
On into the future, and they just kind of grow with you. So what you have is what you have. And from what little I saw, it looks like they're nerfing the DPS on those particular items, and then you grow more. But you explain it to me. Yeah. You explain it to me.
Well, yeah, it kind of sounds like, to make it simple, it sounds like your weapon's going to start over. Okay? It's going to keep the same legacies that you have on it already. Excuse me.
Okay.
And you will be able to do quests and stuff like that, like you normally do. And all of that extra legendary experience that comes from those quests will now go into your weapon. and will, for right now, level your weapon. Oh, does it? I don't think it levels your weapon. I think it only levels your legacies.
Okay.
And your legacies all level at the same time. So that could change a little bit later where you can split it up or something like that, but they're probably going to keep it that way for now at least.
Okay. So repeat that again. They do. So you get the XP and then you can split it out to whichever legacy.
You get the XP and then all of your legacies level at the same time.
Okay.
Like if you were to get 100 experience for your weapon, 100 experience would go on to all of your legacies all at the same time.
Okay, instead of now, which is you get the experience and you can put them on whatever.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the part that's going to be growing with you. Some of the legacies are going to be, instead of 6 ranks, they're going to be a lot higher than that. I think one of them I seen was up to like rank 27.
See, there were notes on that. I just read something. They will each have their own progress track. Where did I see it? 25 tiers available.
There we go. So some of those go up pretty high.
And an additional 15 tiers that can be unlocked via items found in game or mithril coins.
Yep. Yeah,
wow.
you need something to unlock the next rank, and then you can level up that rank. So it's going to be kind of neat to see how people work with this system and build up their legendary weapons. I mean, this is just like, I'm going to kind of compare it to leveling up your character again, because these legacies do affect your skills like by a lot. So we're gonna see how this changes the game. I think it's kind of neat.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I personally just see another system that I don't understand. So let me see if I got this straight. So the old legacy system is still in place up to
Yes.
level 100, which
Yes.
is currently the level cap.
Right.
So
at least for now.
Okay. Right. Now, and then from 100 on, your allies are the imbued, so you go with them. So you want to have the best you can get, and have the legacies you want in there, and then move forward from there. Now, when but the legacies kind of when you hit 100, they reset back to like 1, which may or may not lower the DPS or whatever on them. And then you have to build it back up. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what happens if suddenly the level cap becomes 105? Are the allies still at level 100?
I would assume yes. I don't think that, and I don't think that they'll unlock more ranks for you to do. I think that your weapon is pretty much done, and it will auto level, or I don't know. It's supposed to grow with you as you level, but if it's all maxed out and everything already, then what happens?
Yeah. David says that the imbuing is optional.
Yes, for now.
Okay.
Because they could end up just doing this, like putting the imbuement into the beginning of the legendary item system altogether.
They could.
They could, I mean, if it is like really good, there's no reason to have 2 systems at that point.
Yeah.
Plus, they're changing a lot of the legacies, so when people do switch over to the imbuement, that it's not going to be too much of a change in abilities. Fredulous was actually telling me about that. Some of the legacies were going to be switched up and changed soon, so they they're a little bit different. So when you switch over, everything's pretty much about the same. It's just your legacies will go a lot further in the imbuement system, and they'll kind of cap off in the other system, the regular system. So it's all kind of thrown up in the air right now, just to see how things work out.
Yeah. There's a Imbuement and you post on a Rare Breeds Guild launch by Dottie, D-A-D-I, Dottie.
Yes.
And it's like, so what is the cost if you want to max this out on day 1? Okay, here we go.
Now hold on now, because this is Bull Roar.
This
all
is
they
more.
did was just stick. All they did was just stick prices on. So these are not the final prices.
Right. But think about this, because you said it's designed to grow for a very, very long time. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Roughly 50 Anphalis scrolls of empowerment, which are what you will find in game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 1,750 mithril coins.
Woo!
Yeah. And 1 Anphalis starlit crystal, roughly 10 million in IXP, or a boatload of mithril coins, or a combination of the two.
Mm-hmm.
And that's assuming your LI is at the maxed out when you start this. And this is
Right.
to imbue it on day 1. So that's interesting.
Anybody that's been playing for quite a while is probably not going to have a experience point problem.
Yeah.
Because we all have it in our storage right now.
Yeah, I know. What about maxing it out, but not maxing it out, but getting comparable to my existing LI? 1 Anphalis starlit crystal and 7.6 million in IXP runes, or a boatload of mithril crowns, or a combination of the two. So level up those LIs so you can break them down and store that stuff.
Yep. That's what you want to do.
Yep.
So everybody just start saving up your stuff, including skirmish marks, in case they start putting something into the skirmish camps. We don't know where these items that are going to be to rank up your legacies. It might be an instance item. I really, really hope that they put these in instances. If they do, we're going to be seeing a lot of raiding again in instances and group, like 3-mans and 6-mans. So I'm hoping that they put those items in there, because those instances are going to be very, very useful again. And I hope that they don't put them into the big battle system, because we've been running just those big battles for stuff for quite a while.
Okay. You did hear that there's a new instance cluster coming with 16, right?
Yes, we got 2 3-mans, 1 6-man, and I don't think we have a 12-man, do we?
They mentioned something. Let me look. Going down. I got to get past all of the questions about the imbuement. The Boror 16 patch notes has like a whole list of questions and answers. But let me see. 3 new instances. Sunken Labyrinth, a 3-man. The Ruined City, a 3-man. Ooh, which means, oh boy. The Dome of Stars, a 6-man. They did not say anything about a 12-man.
Nice.
And
it's coming. It's coming. I know it is. It'll be in the next patch right after, I betcha.
There's going to be 3 new regions: Upper Libyan, Los Narch, and South Ithilien. I think I got that one right. Ithilien? Yeah, I think I got that one right. Ithilien. Okay. All kinds of class changes too. The old legacy has become anyway. Yeah, there's lots of changes coming. They are coming.
Lots of changes.
Fredless
did point out that he said that when they changed legacies up the last time, some of the things that they took off of the legacies ended up just going into the skills of your character. So I'm not sure if he said that was going on this time or not, but
they did.
If they're changing legacies, then they're probably going to be changing skills a little bit as well.
They did say that in somewhere about what do I need to qualify? Mounted combat is not included at the moment, so you cannot get your first stage mounted combat bridle up. Okay, no legacy will just vanish from a player. If a legacy changes, it will have an equivalent legacy upon entering imbuement.
Oh, good.
So they're going to, once this work is finalized, they will be posting a list of what legacies are changing and what the new legacy will be.
Mm-hmm. Good.
So yes, they said some legacies can naturally extend, but some just can't.
Mm-hmm.
So it will only happen only when you imbue your legendary item, and will not affect legacy functionality pre-imbuement. So, and then they're going to warn you what it looks like before you imbue, so you will know. So, anyway, it's interesting. Lots of yelling and concern.
Well,
yeah,
system's not done yet, so.
Yeah, there were a couple of rather unrelated, hateful posts today that probably.
Oh, there's always going to be people.
Yeah, I think my favorite was the person spelled Freylorn's name wrong, and then proceeded to tell the entire world that 90% of the people that are level cap are playing in the Moors.
No.
No. There's two of us in this conversation right now, and 50% of us don't play in the Moors. I
want to say, like, if Brandywine's community played in the Moors and we were like all in the Moors, I would think that maybe I'll be generous and say 10% will probably cap out the Moors, and nobody else would be able to go into it until somebody leaves.
Okay.
Because the Moors does cap out.
Oh, okay.
It takes a lot, but it does cap out. We found this out on Bull Roarer when they wanted us to when they wanted all of the LotRO community to go onto the Bull Roarer server and try and crash the server.
Okay.
It was a stress test.
Okie dokie.
So yep, there's a cap. So nope, you're wrong, buddy.
Yeah. He was rather angry, but yeah, I think my favorite was 90% of of maxed out players are in the Moors. I'm like, no, maybe 90% of your friends. I will give you that.
Yeah,
90% of your friends are probably in the Moors, but not 90% of my friends. I see we're in Isengard.
Yep.
Okay, so that was pretty much the big news. So I have links to patch 16, patch 16.1, which let me look and see if anything big changed. 16.11, okay. Not really. They're doing a first pass of the loot tables for the new instance cluster. They've turned that on.
Oh, nice.
So they've adjusted this is what I have a theory. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Drop rates have been adjusted for testing to allow players to see what type of loot will be available. Expect more up-to-date drop rates in a future build. I think that's why everybody ends up getting LIs until the hotfix is somebody forgets to turn that back down.
My kinship was actually talking about if these new items are going to be in these new instances, that they're pretty much armed to the teeth and ready to go as soon as these instances come out, because they're going to be farming these instances fast, because Turbine doesn't know what the balance is for giving out items quite yet. And they always put it kind of high, because they've done this with First Agers and Starlit Crystals and stuff like that. They always put the drop rates pretty high, and then people complain that everybody's getting these things too easy, and then they start dropping it really, really low. So whenever this patch hits, make sure you guys are ready.
Okay, be ready to go instance running. And then I've also got a link to the article on the Rare Breeds Guild Launch site talking about Imbument and and it's just giving some good ideas on how to get ready and what you might think about. He's like, don't do anything on this guide, but here's some stuff that you might want to think about. But don't break anything down. Don't break your
Don't prepare yet.
Yeah, but if you have some extra stuff, here's some things that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it looks like they've done some maths, which of course this is for our first version on things that you might can do, and so it's a interesting article. And
the safe thing I can say is just start leveling up all your weapons, and
I believe
when they max out, break them, make new ones. Not your main ones.
No,
not your main ones. Just start gathering up those experience point runes for your weapons, and just keep going. You'll thank yourself later in the end.
Yeah, and he's got he's got before and afters of some Imbuement stuff too, so you can see the differences in what the current legacies are and stuff like that. So just stuff to keep an eye on. All right, we got some stuff. So for those of you who do enjoy your skirmishes, there's 25% skirmish mark increase over this coming weekend, which is the 10th through 12th of April. So you can get more skirmish marks, so you can buy this good stuff in the store.
The good stuff.
Yeah. David says, gather Emerald tokens to get scrolls, etc., etc., etc. So, you can do some pre-work for this. That's not going to hurt anything.
Right.
It's something to do. All right. And then the Spring Festival starts May 20th.
Ooh.
The
new horse.
Anniversary fest. Hopefully it's not a blanket horse. Please don't be a blanket horse, please. The 8th Anniversary Festival is April 14th through the 28th, which is like next week. It's
wow.
Next Thursday. The 8th Anniversary Festival starts next Thursday.
Wow.
Yeah. Please don't let it be a blanket horse. And no more robes, dresses, and pretty horses, please. And really cool stuff for the 8th anniversary. Okay, I'm done asking for things for Turbine, who I know listens to us. Hobnanigans is back the first weekend of May, and then of course the Spring Festival is coming in May. And then we've got XPs and your favorite loot box week, not weekend, loot box week, Layanor.
Woo! Good, because I'm broke.
Yep. Yeah, because you had to pay rent on your house. All right, so that's pretty much it for the news. All right, community, Extra Life. The emails went out. I think if you got more than one email, you might have gotten duplicate codes, because I got 3 emails, one saying one was a duplicate code. So what happened is if you made like a $5 donation and then you made another $5 donation all the way up to the $25 donation, for those who made $5 donations, you got a $5 donation of every $5 donation. Yeah, so some people got a lot of emails with a lot of the codes for like the $5, like the ones that, if we unlock this, if you made a $5 donation, you get this, that kind of unlock. So if you made, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 $5 donations or above $5 donations, you got like however many emails that was.
Yeah.
If you forgot to give him your email, there were a lot that didn't give the email, and if you would like to, you need to send your email to Sapiens, and I have the email for that that I'm going to read right now. It's Sapiens, the letter X, the letter L, the number 4, the letter K at gmail.com. So it's sapiensxl4k@gmail.com. Tell him that you didn't get your codes. This is your email. If there's a problem with your codes and you did include your email him and tell him you have a problem. The email came out from Extra Life. They cannot help you with this. The GMs at Turbine cannot help you if you didn't get your codes either. So Sapiens is the one that's going to have to help fix this for you. The way you use your codes, they are not for the LotRO store. You go to the myturbineaccount.com, whatever that one is, for your Turbine account, where you put in your codes if you get like by expansions, or you need to purchase, pay for like your monthly subscription, that kind of thing. Right. That's where these codes get applied, and they're account-wide codes. So anyway, and if you got more than one email, great, give them to your friends.
Yep.
Yeah, and I saw that people, and they're not bound. So I saw a lot of them were on sale in the auction house for a lot of money.
Oh, really? Not bound.
They were managing to sell some of them. Yeah. So, yeah.
Sapiens fueling the economy.
Well, the price I saw in this particular picture, I'm not sure anybody had enough money for that. I think it was one of those "look what I got" things, because I really don't think anybody had 9,000 gold to spend on this thing.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people do.
Really? Because I have never seen anywhere near 1,000 gold, let alone 9,000 gold. Okay.
Actually, I think the gold caps out around 9,000, maybe 8,000.
Okay. Well, anyway, it was a lot of gold. Myaccount.turbine.com. Thank you, Amamaset. That's where you put these codes in. They don't go in the LotRO store. I haven't tried my codes yet. I can't wait to. I need to get that going.
Yep, I gotta get my codes. I wrote them, so
Okay.
we'll see.
All right.
I know he did say something on Twitter about that some of the codes that he sent out didn't work. That's why the codes were sent again.
I think what happened is I got 2 letters. So I got an email with a 1 behind it, an email with a 2 behind it, and I donated twice, over $5 both times. And then I got a third email that basically said the first 2 emails were like the exact same codes. So here's the third email with the correct codes.
Okay, that's what happened then.
Yeah, so I think when they sent them out, when they sent out more than 1 email, they sent out a bunch of... They sent out the same code. I haven't checked, quite honestly. I've been a little busy to check. And it's on an email account that I don't usually access from my computer. So it's on my phone. So I have to remember what the login is on the computer to get the code.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem that I had too. I have a lot of different emails, and I didn't remember exactly which one I put it on to do Extra Life, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to track it down myself, and I told him, I'm like, well, it might be this email or this email. Can you look and message me back? So that's my problem.
Okay. And Amamaset says you cannot rename your ghost bear to Casper or anything like that.
What's the name?
I don't know what the name is. Amamaset, I'm assuming it's Ghost Bear or something like that, but...
It's named John.
John. They've got some interesting names on some of those horses. I'm like, what did you name that horse? Okay. So we were talking last week about the lunch runs and the chicken run, and what did you think was going to happen on Brandywine?
That chicken was going to die.
Well, I have to tell you that the chicken didn't die once.
What?
Nope. The chicken lived.
How?
I don't know. But the chicken also on Brandywine has the fastest run to wherever they ran him to, Helm's Deep.
We got the fastest?
Yeah, at 1 hour and 17 minutes and 57 seconds, beating, a little Elendimer?
Elendelmere.
By about almost 10 minutes. So I can say Brandywine, yay!
There must have been like some sort of I want to say organization. There had to have been like a plan. Some kinship had to have had a really, really good plan or something.
Well, I got that. Yeah, the chicken made it with no deaths at 1 hour and 17 minutes, 57 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Laurelon got no time because his chicken died twice.
Aw.
Yeah. So, let's see. Where are we going? So the next thing coming up is Snowburn and Arkenstone tomorrow, and then Anduin and Villa on the 15th. So he's not even quite halfway through yet. He's only done 9 of the servers, and I think there's something like 18.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to get One of them is connected to Bullroar, so he's trying to get it on Bullroar too. Gilrain. And Gilrain did it, but it doesn't look like they were able to do it on Bullroar. So, we will see. Okay, and then the Spring Racing Carnival had their first race. I'm so excited.
Oh, nice.
And it looks like it might have been a Warsteed race, because that's... Some of them look like Warsteeds and some of them don't. But, so the first place was Melanie. Second place was Tiara. And so it was a human, an elf, a hobbit, and a human. Those are the first four. All lady characters, I'll have you know.
All lady characters.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the hobbit.
She's a lady.
They're neutral.
No, they're not. They're ladies.
They're neutral.
Nope. So they are even doing some barrel racing stuff. So it's pretty cool. And then I guess that is my character on one of the pictures. It's like, yeah, that is her. She did that one evening. All right. Speaking of codes, we have a present from a Mamaset. He got a duplicate, so he decided to share it with our chat room this evening. It looks to me like we have 8 people that are watching, but I know my brain will not say those words. But I only see 3 people in the actual chat room. So is there a better way for me to see people in the chat room besides?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
what are you planning to do?
I was planning to give away the code, and I'm thinking Mamaset does not want it. So that leaves it a 50-50 chance. So let me
Okay, well, we'll announce this real quick. If you guys are looking to win a code, you better sign in right now.
Yes, we'll give you a couple minutes for that. We'll talk about the sponsors real quick, give you a chance to sign in, and then we will do the giveaway. How's that sound? Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, so let's talk about our awesome sponsors, which is Doghouse Systems. So you use the coupon code MMO Reporter, and you can get a 120 gigabyte solid state drive in addition to the 1 terabyte drive that comes with the systems, which is so cool. We pulled my Doghouse Systems out. We blew all the crap out of it. It was really gross. And I'm looking in there going, there's plenty of room for more stuff in this thing. Maybe I'll have to go look at solid state drive prices.
Good idea.
Yeah.
You need to get a snack table so you can hook up a second monitor. So go do that.
Yeah, well, I need to do something. My setup right now is my computer is set up in a bookshelf. So the monitor fits on the shelf. There's not enough room to do 2 monitors on the shelf. But I would really like to have 2 monitors. And I was also completely unrelated to Doghouse Systems and their awesome computers, except for I have one. I was wanting to do kind of a sit-stand thing, and I looked at, like buying, like you pull it out, you stand up, and you move your monitor and your keyboard and everything. Those things are expensive.
Oh, I'm sure they are, yeah.
Yeah, they're like way more expensive than I wanted to do, so I don't know what we're going to do. But I'm standing, I've got a sit-stand at work, and I stand a lot, and I really like it. So I was thinking, well, I could stand, while I'm gaming or recording and maybe stuff, and that might be nice, but not for that kind of money.
Nope. Yeah.
Oh, so the Ghost Bear's name is Everpaw, and the Tundra's Puff's name is Snowpuff.
Snowpuff. Well, at least it ain't named Snowpuff.
And Mamaset is not Shoopuff, the Shoopuffs.
Shoopuffs.
And Mamaset has given me a good idea for a SSD drive, because there was an article in the new issue of PC Gamer. So I will have to take a look at that. I'm going to cut and paste that into a document right now, so I do not lose that when the chat room closes. Okay. So, all right. And then our other sponsor, of course, is Audible.com's Audible. So you can get a 1 month free if you use the website audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter. And that will get you 1 credit for a book. You can get all kinds of books out there. There's the Dungeons and Dragons books. The Hobbit is a very good rendition. The Lord of the Rings one, I think there's a couple out there. I think there might be the BBC audio version on there. I'm not 100% sure, like the fully voiced one, but I think that's abridged. And then, of course, there's the unabridged version, but I don't remember who reads that one. As well as lots of Dungeons and Dragons ones. We know there's one with Dritz down there because we heard that a couple weeks ago on MMO Reporter.
Yes.
So anyway, they're a great sponsor if you have a commute, if you are like me and would like some noise in your ears so you don't have to hear the copier running all day long.
Ah!
Yeah, Audible Trial is audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter. All right, let's see. We have 3 people in the chat room. 2. One of them has switched out. I guess they didn't
let's do it.
Okay, So we're going alphabetical order. I know who that is. I'm trying to find a quarter so I can, because we got 2. I was going to do heads or tails. Okay. Heads is going to be the delete side of this thing. Tails is going to be the blank side. David's heads. Lala, Lob is tails. Call it, Layanor.
Tails.
Heads.
Oh!
David wins the code! Alright, I will click this button. Okay, while I'm doing that, why don't you can you tell people how to get a hold of us? Do you remember, or?
I don't remember nothing. Okay, hold on.
Well, I know you're writing. I mean, I know you're streaming, so I don't want to mess.
Our email is lotro.reporter@gmail.com. Our Twitter is @LotRoReporter. You can check us out on Facebook, and you can voicemail us if you want to suggest something for the show, or give us a topic to talk about, or give us more codes. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Our voicemail is 616-666-6778, or you can go to our website and click on the right widget that is on the side. You just click that and use your microphone and leave us a message. We also put a bunch of videos over on YouTube whenever we get the chance, which is youtube.com/user/MMO Reporter Network. Let's see, where am I? Yes, our main website is LotRoReporter.com, and the Twitch that we always twitch on, because we're twitchy, is twitch.tv/MMO Reporter. You can follow us there, and whenever the show goes live, and any of the shows go live, you guys will be able to watch the show instantly as soon as you click on whatever email or whatever it gives you.
Yep.
Aha.
Yep. You click the link. Absolutely. And then, of course, you can reach me on Twitter at the Cari Mac. It's TheCariMac. Now, Amalisa wants to know if any of the Audible books are read by Layanor. I'm going to say no. However, if you do want to hear more of his lovely voice, be sure to follow him at Layanor, Layanor, and click on some of his YouTube videos that he's putting on his own personal channel. Then you can hear him talk in a Let's Play.
Yes, and it's very challenging to talk to yourself the entire time.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
I did that with the Bjorning one. I think I recorded that thing 3 times, and I still had to edit a bunch because I didn't talk a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
the 3 games that I was doing, which is BioShock, Fear, which is a shooter, and the third one, which was,
Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum. Thank you. Those are all finishing up on Monday, so I'm going to be starting up Sleeping Dogs, which is like a Grand Theft Auto, but in, I think, China.
Okay.
A different game called Blades of Time, which is a hack and slash adventure game where you can control time, kind of like the old Prince of Persia games, but more hack and slashy. Okay. And the third game is going to be The Darkness 2, which is something I've been wanting to play for a while. It's about a guy who has dark powers and runs a mafia.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mama Seth's going to need some hints. He's stuck in Bioshock. He doesn't have enough ammo to take out the big daddy that's in the room with him.
Oh, what you do is you take your wrench and you smack the big daddy with your wrench over and over and over till you die. And then you go into the resurrection vat and you run at the big daddy again after you get out and you smack him with the wrench over and over and over till you die. And then you go back into the resurrection.
Wait, that doesn't sound fun.
That's a walkthrough. It works, trust me.
How many times do you have to do the resurrection thing?
As many times as needed.
Until what? The thing despawns or something? What?
Until the thing dies because you've been smacking it with your wrench.
Oh,
bow,
it
bow.
doesn't heal itself.
Yeah, he doesn't heal. So you're kind of exploiting.
Oh, I see. So you smack it? Ah, I get it. Okay. And
yep, there you go.
David says it was in the conservatory with a wrench.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
With Mr. White.
Yep. Or
Daddy. Mrs. White. It was Mrs. White, I think.
Oh, okay. All right. So thank you, everybody, for listening to this rambling episode of LotRO Reporter 273. Clearly, we should rename this LotRO Reporter and Stuff or something. Maybe that'll get more listeners or warn people at least of what's to come. Thank you for downloading and listening. And as always, we hope to see you in game. Some game, any game, but all kinds of games because we are just gamers. So, thank you. All right. Community. Let's see, where was that? I lost my stuff. I was thinking about something.
It's right there.
I know.
It's right there.
Yeah. The Extra Life Codes one.
Look, it's right there. Look.
It says community.
I'm a jerk.
Yeah. I'll just start talking about the award you won for the fanciest fancy pants.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, you gonna be nice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the other podcasts at MMOreporter.com or by clicking on any of the links here. And please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MMOreporter. Thanks, everyone, and see you in game.